Friday. It's the PS show, but we're missing Ash. So, we're going to talk about all things buttocks today, okay? It's kind of weird doing it by myself. I'm so used to having my co-host, Ash, but Ashley is in Mexico enjoying a beautiful vacation with her family, so the PS show must go on. All right, so today we're going to be talking about how to enhance your buttocks. Buttocks is having a fuller buttocks or a more projecting buttocks or just a more aesthetically pleasing looking buttocks is a very hot topic, and it's been a hot topic around our practice for many, many years, but it seems to be something that more and more women are wanting to enhance upon, whether they're doing other parts of their body or just wanting to enhance the buttocks. So I thought today would be a great time to talk about ways that we do it here at our practice. So when it comes to enhancing the buttocks, there are a lot of things that we keep in mind. We don't just necessarily just want to focus on the buttocks. We want to focus on the surrounding areas, because that plays a huge role in how the buttocks is going to look, okay? So first and foremost, when we're talking about enhancing the buttocks, when we look all around, meaning above, on the side, and below, above the buttocks, we first want to assess if there's any excess volume that may be distracting once we're done enhancing the buttocks. And that area is called the posterior flanks. Some patients call it their lower back, their love handles. So that's a really important area to first and foremost start above and address and decide, okay, is there volume here that is going to be distracting and take away from what we're doing to the buttocks, okay? So one way that we do that is liposuction. Dr. Sukar would go in and thoroughly lipo that posterior flanks area to make it into a negative space, okay? That way the buttocks can be fully projecting in a full positive space. So liposuction is one way to take care of the love handles or the flank area. Another option would be cool sculpting. So some patients who maybe don't want to have surgery or can't or don't have time, cool sculpting is a fantastic option to address that fatty tissue above the buttocks and the love handle area, okay? So we would either do liposuction or cool sculpting to the flanks, the love handles, to bring those down so then you can focus on the buttocks. Now, the next place we want to look at is laterally on the outside of the buttocks. So some women are very out of proportion in that lateral buttocks area, that they feel very wide, and some patients are deficient, meaning it's sunken in. So if the area is overextended, if the hips look too wide and it's just throwing your body out of balance, again, liposuction would be a great option to get that down and bring it back in line with the rest of your thigh, or cool sculpting, same thing. So same two options for that lateral, the outer thigh area, okay? Now, the next area that we want to look at is when we are looking at the physical buttocks itself, is to determine, okay, if we need more volume, where are we lacking volume and where would you benefit from that volume being added to? And a lot of times it's the upper buttocks doesn't have quite enough oomph to it, it's a little flat, or the side of the buttocks, kind of what I was saying, some patients are a little too overextended, too full on the outer buttocks. Some patients are dipped in. So sometimes it's a combination of adding volume in that dipped in area, the side of the buttocks, and on top of the top portion of the buttocks to get it elevated and full, okay? So it's all going to be based on your goals as well. So the way that we add volume to the buttocks, number one is fat. So if we've liposuction areas around the buttocks or the tummy, we've gotten it from somewhere else, then we can then graft to the buttocks and use your own fat cells, which is awesome, right? We don't want to just throw them away if we don't have to. Another option is there are some patients that are just very thin and petite, and they don't have enough fat on their body to harvest from somewhere else to graft to the buttocks to give them a fuller buttocks. So one really great thing that we do here is for those that don't have volume for us to graft, they just have nothing to get from, we actually use what's called Sculptra. And it's an injectable filler, but it helps your body create its own collagen and stimulating its own collagen and building upon that. So we're able to build up that area. So fat grafting is a great option to build up the buttocks and add more volume. However, not everybody has enough, fat to graft there. So someone like myself, I don't have enough volume to graft to my buttocks, so I need something to supplement that. So Sculptra to the buttocks is absolutely phenomenal. And the way that it works is we do it in a series of treatments. So we first go in and assess, okay, where do we need volume? Where do we need to add to? And then we do our first treatment of Sculptra. Sculptra is injected by the vial, so it could be anywhere from 3 to 6 or more vials per buttocks that we need to utilize depending on how much volume you need. And then we come back and we do that about 2 more times spaced a month apart. So this is a great way for those that are too thin for fat grafting and don't have enough for us to graft to the buttocks to utilize this technique, which is awesome, okay? So we talked about looking around the buttocks to see what volume is distracting that we need to take away so we can appreciate the buttocks. And then we talked about adding to is either with fat grafting or Sculptra to the buttocks, which is great. Okay, now to kind of touch on the flank area, the love handles that I talked about, when we're taking away fat there, a lot of times patients have a great buttocks. It's just that fatty tissue above their buttocks and their flanks is distracting. So just simply taking that away can enhance the way the buttock looks tremendously by itself. Okay, so that's also a great option. Not even doing anything to the buttocks is just really addressing the volume that's going on above or on the side of the buttocks. Now, another thing that has been really great at our practice in enhancing and just kind of like the icing on the cake for the work that we're doing to the buttocks and around it is Selfina. So sometimes patients are happy with their buttocks, with the shape, with the fullness, with, there's not any extra volume that's distracting from it, but they have dimples. And dimples can be distracting, whether you're wearing tight yoga pants, or whether you're wearing white pants, or you're in a swimsuit, right? Because we can see that contour issue, those indentations. So addressing the dimples is literally the icing on the cake and just really smoothing that buttocks out and being able to truly appreciate it. And Selfina plays a very strategic role in doing so, okay? So we're able to add volume, take volume away from around the buttocks, and then get things to smooth out if you've got dimples, okay? So these are some really great ways that we are able to help our patients achieve having the best peach or buttocks that they've been desiring. So let me just take a peek here and see if we have any questions so far. Good, we're good, awesome. Hey Letty, hey Andrea. As you guys hop on, say hello. And if you don't mind, share this video to your page. Awesome. Okay, and let me just look on my computer real quick so that I can see if I have any more questions. Sometimes the comments don't pop up. Okay, let's see. Hello, Robin. How are you? It's always good to have you on here, girl. At some point, Ashley and I are going to have you as a guest. We're going to start bringing our top fans on. Okay, let's see. Okay, awesome. All right, okay. So, do you guys have any questions for me so far? And one thing I do want to touch on is whenever we're adding volume to the buttocks and trying to contour and shape, Sculptra has been a phenomenal option for our patients that are like myself, because that's one big problem that we run into is that we have a lot of patients come in that maybe don't have enough volume to be able to graft to their buttocks. So utilizing Sculptra, something that's going to build and simulate your own collagen, is such a fantastic addition to our practice and for our patients. And then also too, a lot of times, just like I mentioned, just taking away volume around or shaping around the buttocks does the trick, and you don't even need to add volume. Okay. Hey Angela. How are you? Awesome. Okay, well, I don't see any more comments, so I want to keep today's short and sweet. My counterpart, Ash, will be back next week, so I am super excited. We've got some really exciting topics that we're ready to talk about with you guys and lining up for the next couple of weeks. So if you guys have any suggestions or ideas for things to talk about, things you want to know about, questions you have, you can always send us a private message or a direct message and send those to us so that way that we can create some really awesome content for you guys. But make sure that you are following us on Facebook and you click the option to see first. That way you can always know, be in the know on the things that we're posting. Also get in our stories. You guys are going to be seeing a lot of really awesome, interesting, and educational posts in our stories on Facebook and Instagram. So I want to make sure you guys are following us and interacting. We're going to be having contests and more giveaways. So make sure that you are you do the see first on our page, so that way you can always be in the know. All right, guys, so if you have any questions about how to enhance your peach, make your buttocks look its best, or the surrounding areas around the buttocks, or anything for that matter, but today, since we're talking about the peach, the buttocks, just give us a holler, send a message. You're more than welcome to give the office a call. It's 281-990-8487, and we look forward to treating you guys and helping with your aesthetic goals. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you next week. Bye.